With the advantage in a women's wargame match on the line and fueled by Rhea James following a backstage assault that left her partner out of action, women's tag champ Bianca Belair squared off with Nia Jax in a high-stakes match on Raw, as well as much more as we continued the build-up to Survivor Series. And the show started off with World Heavyweight Champion Gunther joining interviewer Jackie Redmond in the squared circle for a promo to kick off Monday's show. A verbal confrontation turned physical, with the ring general attacking his opponent with the microphone. Priest recovered and delivered a Razor's Edge through the announce table to close out a solid, if unspectacular segment. Nothing really new to this, but it still managed to tell the story of a clearly rattled Gunther, still reeling from the loss to Cody at Crown Jewel, again falling at the feet of the Archer of Infamy at Survivor Series. The rivalry between LWO and America may continue Monday night when Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee shared off with Brutus and Julius Creed. An action-packed, fast-paced match saw the babyfaces in a position to claim victory, only for Chad Gable to interject himself in the closing moments and blind Mysterio with his mask, allowing Julius to score a roll-up pinfall for a tainted win. These two teams had stellar chemistry, the spots were nearly flawless, and Julius really shined here, showcasing his athleticism as he shared the ring with one of the greatest to ever do it. A strong match, and with the right team winning, it served as one last chapter in this feud rather than a deciding one. So yeah, kind of continued it, and it did it in a decent way for me, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Bron Breakker and Ludwig Kaiser's battle for the Intercontinental Championship then ended with the arrival of Sheamus, who attacked the latter in retaliation for the Imperium member ruining his title hopes earlier this week. What a sort of back and forth battle we saw between these two, with Kaiser halting Breakker's early momentum, and Roll served as a setup for Adam Pearce's announcement that the champ will defend against Kaiser and Sheamus at Survivor Series on Saturday. In terms of in-ring content, do not be surprised if that match steals the show, especially with Sheamus added in one of the most underappreciated workers. Kaiser's been great, and yeah, we all know about Breakker's explosiveness. So yeah, even though this didn't end the result, still really excited for that, and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. The World Tag Team Championships retained with Judgment Day on Monday's victory on the War Raiders. The latest tainted winner, seemingly unending string of them for the Judgment Day. Late in the contest, the challengers rolled on the strength of Ivar's offense. He had the Raiders in a position to secure the win and the titles until Dom and Carlito appealed, providing a distraction, halting their momentum. Balor used Ivar's beard to pull him off the ropes and hang him up on the top rope, which let McDonald score the win off a cheap roll-up. A good match with a finish that reminds the power-hungry Balor he needs Mysterio and co to stay winning while also protecting the Viking Raiders, potentially leading to further match. Everything it needs to be in a way, but at the same time getting a bit fed up with these schmoz finishes at the same time. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, let's say, in total. Before the New Day's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods battled Alpha Academy's Otis and Kenzira Ozawa, but of course the product of a tense backstage confrontation last week. The match was short-lived, as whatever goodwill existed between Kingston and Woods entering the match was extinguished. Lads tucked himself in and immediately fell victory into the Caterpillar from rating a sky-high senton from Suzawa. After the match, New Day returning backstage where weeks of frustration boiled over, culminating in an exchange of insults that ended with them going their separate ways. The New Day story has definitely been one of the best in WWE over the last few months. This was the best moment of the entire thing. The two guys who have known each other for the last decade finally unloading their frustrations. Who knows where it leads next, but one would assume Big E returning to talk sense to them could well be the end game. And yeah, what a great thing that would be, especially if it could be Big E finally being able to step back into the ring. But Bianca Belair and the War Games advantage for her team at Survivor Series were a grueling victory over Nia Jax. The EST overcame all of Jax's ferocious offense and capitalised on late interference from Bayley to earn the win with a picture perfect 450. As the show went off the air, Belair and Bayley exchanged glances, suggesting their baby faces had found their fifth member. More importantly, it arrested some of the tension and distrust that existed between these two, dating back to their 2022 rivalry. The Bayley reveal at the end was well done, but the match itself was somewhat clunky in spots, particularly ones that exposed the turnbuckle that came into play. Belair having a neck crushed into it was no big deal, but Jax took one shot to end the match. Little things like that hurt the overall quality, but I still thought it was a pretty fun match on the whole. And yeah, the reveal was great at the end as well, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And overall, Raw this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a pretty solid episode of Raw this week, I have to say. I thought we got some decent matches in there, some intriguing stories definitely leading up to the pay-per-view coming out. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid episode of Raw. Most of it's already in place, but yeah, just getting those final little bits of building there, I thought it worked quite nicely on the whole. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.